Welcome guys, thank you very much for joining me, and thank you guys for all of your likes, all of your subscribes, and all of your awesome comments. Let's go ahead and get your tarot reading started here. We're going to use, we'll use the letters and the numbers again today. And those were kind of calling to me. This is the stack of numbers, so we'll start there. Let's see what comes forward for you guys. We got the month of December, the month of January. Remember, if these resonate with you as important dates, important events in your life, it may mean that this tarot reading is going to be a little bit more personal for you. We have the number 1, 16, 24, 15, the month of April as well, 14. We're going to pull some more here. I'm getting told to keep going here. So we had a little stack come out. It's going to get full on the table today, I'm telling you. 22, 18, the month of February. We're doing this now. We got October as well, guys. 13, 26. I'm going to start shuffling everybody over here. The number 8. The month of November as well. 12, 21, and 20. So you're going to know if these numbers, the months have special meaning to you. It doesn't necessarily just mean a date, guys, too. This might be a phone number. This might be part of an address. You're going to know because it's going to resonate for you and it's going to make sense. We're going to grab some letters here to go along with this. Let's see. We have H and we have K. And we'll keep going. See, what do we got here, tarot? We got Z, P, C, V, and I'm getting told to keep going with these ones too, so we are going to have a full table today. I wonder what message Tarot's going to bring forward for you guys. I got some that kept going sideways. We have S, and we have F. Now I'm getting told to stop, so we're going to stop right there. Alrighty, and we're going to get going with an oracle deck. This is the one that's calling to me today for this read. So for whoever all of this resonates with, or some of this resonates with, this is probably going to be a more personal read for you. Many masks, interesting. The authentic self. Grab some more here. I'll tell you, the number at the top of this card is 38 too. In numerology, 3 tends to represent our sort of our individuality and our creativity, and 8 represents power. There is a power in living our authentic lives. Dances on one foot, balancing act. Cosmic womb. Heart home. Benefactor. You know what? You're a giver. Whoever this read is for, you are a giver. You are somebody who is compassionate. You are somebody who is generous. I think you're somebody who's empathetic, and you might even be an empath as well. But you have an imbalance going on. And is balancing helping other people with looking after yourself. That's what I see going on in the cards. That dances on one foot, that is a balancing act. And trying to be authentic to yourself and trying to make sure your needs are met. It doesn't always take priority over what other people have going on. I'm going to grab a few more here. Caterpillar. So it represents opportunity. I'm going to grab a few more before I dive into Caterpillar. Dragon's Horde, protecting the future. I feel this need to sort of take some time for yourself. I don't know if you deal a lot in trying to help other people. Like, it might even be a profession for you. I'm not sure if it's a profession or if this is just kind of who you are and this is something you like to do. Make sure you are carving out time for yourself to look after yourself. I'd say if this isn't your profession, it's getting a little bit out of hand. Some of this you might have to hand back to people to figure out their own problems too. Vanishing Mirror. Root Girl. I'm being told the word grief. I don't know if you've had a loss lately. Lay of the Land, Ancestral Wisdom. I think you've had a loss. You've had like somebody close to you pass away. I think you're a little on the depleted side. You're so busy sort of helping everybody else. You're not dealing with the grief that's going on here. Whale song resonating and beginner's mind. So I think Spirit's reaching forward in this read. Whoever it is who you've lost, whoever it is who's passing over. I keep getting pulled back to look at this vanishing mirror. I know it feels good to help others, but when you're hurting and when you need time and space for yourself, that's nothing you have to feel guilty about. I do believe this is part of the message coming through from Spirit, that it's okay to take time for yourself. It's okay to hand people's problems back to them. It's okay to carve out that time and just sort of look after your own. Look after your own self. Like cosmic wound, divine feminine. I feel something very spiritual and on the other side of the veil. I don't know if this was a female that crossed over for you or somebody who was kind of like a mother figure, but I do feel a very nurturing energy coming from it. I feel this is something that they're very much concerned about. You are giving too much of yourself and your energy to other people. You need to start looking after yourself. You need to allow yourself time to grieve, to heal, to do things that are important for you, like making time for hobbies, for passions, for whatever that is, because that's important to feeding your soul. That's important to recharging your batteries. Otherwise, you give and give and give until there's nothing left and you're absolutely depleted. And I think you're getting to that point here because you got other shit going on the side too. You got personal things going on too that you're not healing from and you're not really dealing with because you're too busy trying to help others. I'm being told the word duty, like you feel like it's your duty in part to help other people. They come to you with problems, you know, your heart goes out to them. There's that empathy factor. You feel bad for them. You would like to help improve their situation. But sometimes people got to figure their own shit out. Sometimes they just do. And you got to just take that time for yourself. We're going to grab a tarot deck for you here too. This is the one that's calling to me for your read. Alright, so Tarot, Spirit, feel free to clarify this message to whoever it's supposed to resonate with. So we have the Five of Cups, again, grief. Grief, the Knight of Wands, Eight of Wands. Yeah, you got shit going on in your life too. I don't know if you've had a relationship breaking up as well around this time. So I do get that emotional connection with another person. But I keep getting pulled back to look at the Four of Wands, like building, family life. So I'm not sure if this is speaking to the Spirit who's crossed over and this was somebody from your family. And so your family is grieving, or if you had a relationship, a romantic relationship come to an end too. You got enough on your fucking plate. This is what I'm feeling in the cards. You got a lot on your plate right now. You have changes happening in your life too. You have losses that you're grieving, emotions that you're trying to process, clarity that you're trying to find in your own situation, in your own life. This Two of Cups is pulling me back to Lay of the Land, which is ancestral wisdom. This is Spirit coming forward. This is this person who's crossed over, who cares about you, trying to bring forward a message of clarity, trying to show you a truth of looking after yourself. Page of Pentacles, Nine of Cups. Now it's time to fill your cup back up. You have an imbalance. You're looking after everybody else and you're not looking after yourself here. Recognition. And I would caution you, if you're not involved in romantic relationships and you're thinking about it, to not take this approach in romantic relationships. You may wind up attracting somebody who is a taker if you're a giver, if this hasn't already happened in the past. Because like I said, you're somebody who likes to give. You're somebody who likes to do good. You're somebody who likes to help others. And some people mistake that kindness for weakness and they take advantage of it. So there is a need to set boundaries here. There is a need to set boundaries with romantic relationships, friendship relationships, probably family relationships as well. To make sure that you are not being taken advantage of. To make sure that you're not giving until it hurts. To make sure that there is a reciprocation so that when you need, others are willing to step up and do for you as well and sort of repay that. Oh my God. Yeah, Six of Pentacles, even give and take. Absolutely an even give and take. Three of Swords. And Seven of Wands. It's the same thing. It's setting those boundaries. The Three of Swords is that heartbreak. The Seven of Wands is setting those boundaries. I think you have a new romance on the horizon. I don't know that's going to pop up right away, but I do feel like a new romance. I do feel a new relationship. This Caterpillar, opportunity. Opportunity. This is the opportunity that's coming forward. It's coming forward in a relationship, meeting somebody new. But this is why everything is coming to balance, making sure you find this balance. Otherwise, you're going to be starting a new cycle of being taken advantage of. This is about setting that tone early on in any relationship and setting those boundaries so that you don't wind up repeating the past. Because I do feel like this was part of shit that you went through in the past. With lovers, just giving too much of yourself, taking advantage. But I do feel like it stretches out to friends. I do feel like it stretches out to acquaintances and perhaps even family too. Fool card. That Moon card represents secrets. Secrets that are still meant to play out. This is speaking to this opportunity. It's speaking to what's coming your way. It's speaking to the Ace of Pentacles next to it, which is a new beginning. It's very important to make this transition in the way that you think and the way that you feel before this new opportunity comes up. Choices are going to be very important. I'm getting told that they're going to dictate the level of success that you have in new opportunities that come your way. And I do feel like that extends beyond relationships. And it's going to like tie into your job and at work as well. Because you might be somebody who, you know, they're really behind or they're short-staffed. And then they ask you to pick up extra work. And so you do because you want to do for others. You want to be a hard worker. And they keep asking and putting more on you and putting more on you and putting more on you until it's not you doing extra. Now that's just become your job. And it's overwhelming. And it's stressful. And it's exhausting. And it's like taking advantage of your kindness, taking advantage of you stepping up and trying to help and wanting to help. There is a need to set boundaries in all aspects of your life with all of the people around you. The Queen of Cups. I do feel the word emotions coming from the Queen of Cups. I think you're an empath. I think you're an empath. But I also feel like this is emotionally draining. Taking on other people's shit, and when you are an empath, it is emotionally draining to be around people who take advantage of you or who tend to be a little bit more negative. You tend to start drinking that in, and that becomes a part of you too. It sort of sucks your energy out. You need to set these boundaries for yourself to keep yourself healthy. Ace of Wands. If you can do this, if you can set these boundaries, if you can kind of change this mindset that you're in, where it's okay to stand up for yourself, it's okay to say no to people, it's okay to make yourself the first priority. It doesn't make you a terrible person and it doesn't make you selfish. If you can get your head around that, I see a powerful new chapter in your life. It will set the tone for different relationships in your life, but I also feel within your workplace as well. It'll be a whole change. This is going to be an entire change. King of Cups. So the Magician tells me to have self-confidence and believe in yourself. So when you are being assertive, you need to believe that you're doing the right thing. You need to believe that you're looking after yourself. You need to believe that you're moving away from something this Devil card would represent, which is a destructive force in your life, right? When you give too much of yourself and it drains you, it depletes you, that is the Devil card. That is a destructive force. You need to believe that you're protecting yourself against that. You're not doing, I keep getting this like, I don't want to be selfish. I'm not a selfish person. Kind of like guilt. I feel like guilt. You don't have to feel guilty for looking after yourself. You don't. You absolutely don't. The Hermit, it's okay to take time for yourself, to take a time out, to take some space away from people around you, and just be by yourself. Get introspective. Do something for yourself. Do something that feeds your soul. Do something you find emotionally fulfilling to fill your cup back up, to recharge your batteries. You will have a much more abundant harvest if you can do this. If you can keep yourself more balanced. That King of Pentacles. You know, it's interesting, even in that King of Pentacles, I see somebody who doesn't want to give back. This is somebody who likes to get, but it's somebody who does not like to give. This is somebody in your life. This may even be a Capricorn, because we do have the Devil card here. The King of Pentacles can represent somebody who is an earth sign. So you might be a Capricorn or have a lot of Capricorn in their chart. But I just get this, like, they don't feel like giving back. They enjoy taking, they enjoy getting, they enjoy the fruits of your labor, but they don't want to give back to you. It's an imbalance, and the Lover's card is right next to it. So like I said, I don't know if this is a romantic situation and this is a romantic partner, but this is definitely a relationship in your life with somebody who is enjoying the imbalance. Wheel of Fortune. It's funny, I got this Wheel of Fortune here. I keep feeling like it's up to you to turn it. And I do feel like as you turn it, and as you hold the people around you to a higher standard, you are going to wind up with people who are pissy about it. You are going to wind up with people who are angry. You're going to wind up with people who try and fucking guilt trip you back into doing this. Don't allow them to. I got the King of Wands next to it, and he's just sour looking. He's sour looking, and he's given the evil eye to the Wheel of Fortune. He doesn't want to see this wheel turn. He doesn't want to see a change. He might be just a side of this King of Pentacles, because I know this King of Pentacles is enjoying this imbalance. They're enjoying taking without giving. He could represent somebody else. He could represent multiple people in your life who are going to get pissy about you doing this. Fuck them. Fuck them. You need to look after yourself. At the end of the day, you have to be able to look after yourself. The Ten of Wands, you can't be taking on everybody else's burdens all the time. People got to deal with their own shit. They got to learn how to deal with their own shit. There's nothing wrong with wanting to help. There's nothing wrong with caring. There's nothing wrong with being empathetic to what somebody is going through. But when it starts to come at the cost of you, that's when there's something wrong with it. And that's what's happening here. It's coming at the cost of you. Knight of Cups. And you know what? I gotta say, this kindness, your empathy, is one of your most beautiful qualities. But not everybody sees it that way. I have this distinct impression that people around you, not all of them, but some of them go through life thinking if I have any kind of an issue or I get into any shit, I'm just going to go to so-and-so. So-and-so will help me out. So they're not really taking ownership of their life and their choices. And they're kind of doing some stupid shit or getting themselves into dumb situations because they know at the end of the day, they'll just come running to you and try and get you to fix it. I just keep feeling this in this Knight of Cups, not taking responsibility. Not taking responsibility because I don't have to. Because so-and-so is going to fix it for me. If I fuck up, if something goes to hell, if I'm having a bad time or I got nowhere to stay, so-and-so is going to look after me. No, it depletes you. It absolutely depletes you. Other people's attitudes are doing that. They're putting you in this Five of Pentacles situation. It's draining you. It's taking a toll on your health. It's stressing you out. It's got you feeling exhausted. It might be upping your anxiety as well. The Eight of Cups. It's time to start fresh. I see that in the Eight of Cups. It's time to start fresh. It's time to hand people's problems back to them. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with saying, I can't help you. I have too much on the go. I got all of these things I'm trying to look after myself to keep my life in order. You're going to have to figure it out for yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. The Eight of Swords. I'm going to tell you what the Eight of Swords are. So the Eight of Swords, you can see the figure there. She's blindfolded. She's tied and she's surrounded by swords. The thing about this figure is the binds that tie her are loose. She could get them undone. She could remove her blindfold. And the swords are spaced far enough apart that she can get through them. It's representative of sort of a mind trap. A mind trap that she's put herself in. This is a way of thinking. This is allowing fears, doubts, insecurities, certain thoughts, keeping you trapped in a situation. But the good news is you have power over this. This is like our Fool card. This is like a new perspective. Being able to look at shit in a new way is what frees you from the binds, the blindfold, the Eight of Swords. It's up to you to be able to find your way out of this. And it's, like I said, this is a way of thinking. because I feel your energy, and I feel like for you, this way of thinking is, I'm a good person if I help other people. Like, that means that I'm doing good. It means that I'm a good person. It means that I'm empathetic. It's like something that I'm meant to do. And it's great to help other people, but again, not at the cost of you. And that's what Spirit's trying to bring forward here. That's what Spirit's trying to bring forward. Whoever this is, this ancestral lay of the land stepping forward into my cards today to bring this message to you, do not give so much that it hurts. Don't. Don't do it. Just don't do it. The High Priestess, again, Spirit stepping forward with this message. Look after yourself. Make yourself a priority again. You matter. You absolutely do matter. Your needs, your wants, all of that matters. Don't set it aside for what other people got going on. The Nine of Wands, it is time to break this cycle. Because I do feel like this is a pattern of behavior that you've been living for a while. This has been a mindset that you've had for quite a while, which is why it's become so draining, because you've been doing this for a long time without, it's like putting out energy without bringing anything back in. You need to take time, like this dragon's horde, take time for yourself, reserve your energy for yourself, and recharge your batteries. It's time to break this cycle. The Tower card. Some people are going to be pissed off with you too, okay? Some people are most definitely not going to be happy about this because they're so used to you wiping their asses for them. Tough. Tough. You have to look after yourself. At the end of the day, look at, like, you're going through shit. You're going through shit. You're exhausted. You're wiped. And are they coming to you and are they saying, hey, how can I help you? What can I do to make your life easier? How can I help relieve these burdens from you? Or are they coming to you with more fucking problems to solve? You know, that's the tell. That's the tell. That shows there's no reciprocation to what you've been doing all this time. That shows that people have gotten used to being selfish and taking from you without thinking about giving anything back. Queen of Swords, speak your truth. Speak your truth that you are a priority and that you matter and you need to start looking after yourself. And it's up to these people to figure their own shit out. Absolutely, it's up to them to figure their shit out. They're grown-ups. You can't always be rushing in like everybody's white knight, wiping their asses, fixing their crap, trying to make everything fair, trying to get involved in all of, you know, the arguments, the conflict, and make everybody find peace and make up and shake hands and fucking sing kumbaya and love each other and all that stuff. That's not your responsibility. These are grown-ass adults. They need to stop acting selfish and they need to grow up and deal with their own problems instead of running to you and expecting you to fix it. These people need to deal with their own shit. The Queen of Wands, is because you got this strength of character and this leadership quality. As part of why people run to you too. You might be a matriarch or a patriarch of your family too, or you just possess this leadership quality that draws people in. That's not a bad thing, but you need to be assertive and set those boundaries so that they don't come back. Got the Ten of Swords and the Three of Wands. Changing this way of being. Setting these boundaries. This is like the Ten of Swords. It's like bringing a chapter to an end. We're starting a new way of being in the world. We're starting a new way of interacting with people. Some people are going to be disappointed. It might be a bit of a rocky transition and sort of not slipping back into old habits, but it's one that's going to benefit you in the long run. And being able to learn those lessons from the past and look forward is going to give you a brighter future. Being able to initiate that change in your life is going to help to bring balance. It's going to help you to feel more balanced, more even, more happy, more relaxed, have that peace of mind. And it's going to help everybody else to grow the fuck up because they're going to be forced to deal with their own shit. So you're actually doing them a favor. I know it's on some level it's probably going to feel really mean, but you are actually doing them a favor by handing this shit back to them. It's time. It's time to start looking after yourself. It's so much time to start looking after yourself that one of your ancestors showed up to my tarot cards to tell you this today. That's how important of a message this is for you guys. Alrighty, collective, lots of love. Take care.